Hedera fans, welcome back to the channel. I wanted to give you an important update on your favorite project, HBAR. Yesterday, we had big news. 3 ETFs went live. The SEC dropped ETF approval guidelines. And well, guess what? Hedera is about a month and a half away from getting its first ETF. Now, it doesn't have to be that long. It could be that long. That's the worst case scenario. I think at this point, we can all agree the ETF is definitely getting approved. Now, the question becomes, is it going to be a situation where the SEC comes in, they've approved the hybrid Doge and XRP. Next up we have, and they approved the conversion of the grayscale large cap. Next up is Litecoin Solana. Hedera is not till, as you can see here, this is posted by Gilmore Estates. Hedera is not till the 11th, there's one on the 8th of November. Now, this was back from August, I believe. This is posted on August 31st. So with the new information and what happened yesterday, this number is definitely changing. I would assume this number is at 99 or 100%. There's no way they're going to approve those and not approve the likes of Hedera. But as you can see, next up, we have Litecoin, Solana, XRP, Doge, and then Hedera. So the question then becomes, is the SEC going to wait for each individual deadline to approve them, or once they approve the Litecoin one, which is not the hybrid like we saw with Doge and XRP yesterday, are they just going to go down this entire list and say, all right, yep, approved, 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 approved? So realistically, I don't know if it's probable, but we could see an HBAR ETF go live in the month of October. Early October would be my guess if it does happen early. If not, absolute worst case scenario, you're getting an ETF on the 11th, or the 8th, again, the 8th of November. So everyone's asking these questions, and I myself am curious as well. What does that mean? Bitcoin's ETF went live, 8 months of sideways price action. Ethereum's ETF went live, the price went down, months of sideways price action. Let's actually take a look at Ethereum. Red line is when the ETF went live, okay? Red lines when the ETF went live. We saw that big rally going into the approval as we started getting word that, hey, the SEC and Gary Gensler, which, by the way, he's back. SEC and Gary Gensler were going to approve it, and then they approved it. And then what happened to ETH? ETH fell 40%. It fell 40%, and then it chopped sideways. And I'll draw this out. For 93 days, that is 3 months, Ethereum chopped between $2,091 and $2,804. So we kind of saw with Bitcoin, we definitely saw with Ethereum. Are we going to see the same with the other altcoins, including Hedera? A couple things I want to know. Number one, the sentiment of the market is a lot different. And market, where we are positioning in the market cycle is also a lot different. Back then, this was in 2024 when Ethereum and Bitcoin got approved. We were nowhere near the parabolic phase. We were chugging along. There was still some uncertainty, right? Trump hadn't gotten in office yet. We didn't know who was going to be the winner yet. So it was, a lot of things were up in the air. I would argue we were closer to still being, I know from a price action standpoint, we were definitely in a bull market, but from a sentiment standpoint, kind of felt like bear market vibes. Now, though, going into October and November, which historically is the most bullish months in all of crypto, to get the ETF approvals, and on top of it, the Fed is starting to cut rates, and we expect a lot of money to be shifting. A lot of people to be able to refinance their homes. A lot of that money market fund, the $7-8 trillion, making its way into the equities market. And guess what? Wall Street are going to have a bunch of new shiny toys to put their money into, and Hedera is going to be one of them. We know, I asked Mance when I had him on the show, which, by the way, if you haven't seen that Mance Harmon interview, it was one of my favorite interviews I've ever done. It'll be on the page if you go to our Hedera playlist on the channel. I'll also link it in the description below. If you take a look at that and what Mance talked about, the governing council and the things that are happening, to me, it's a no-brainer. It's an absolute no-brainer. And so I just see it as, hey, sure, Bitcoin, sideways, Ethereum down, sideways. I don't think any of these altcoins, because of the timing and what's going on the macroeconomic standpoint and Jerome Powell cutting rates, I don't think we're going to see the same. I think it's going to be the fuel to the fire that's going to run for the parabolic phase. So that's on the ETF. We did get a little teaser here from the Hedera Foundation. This is what they posted. Okay, and everyone's like, what? What is this? Did we get a star for doing something? And then the announcement came, Stargate. Hedera is now live on Stargate. Is the latest ecosystem connected to Stargate's global liquidity layer. Hedera users can now transfer wrapped ETH to and from 40 connected chains on Stargate. Wrapped ETH is now tradable on Hedera's leading DEX Saucer Swap. The integration unlocks the ability for 400 plus layer 0 OFTs to deploy into the Hedera ecosystem. This is obviously something Hedera Foundation was excited about, and therefore I am also excited about this. And so obviously we know interoperability is very key and important, and that's, I believe, is just going to be a standard, a prerequisite for anyone looking to be successful. Got to be interoperable with the other blockchains. We also had this, very interesting. This was posted by Smoke Dog, I think. Smoke, SMQKEDQG. Okay. Anyways, I want to give credit to them for posting this, but you know, there's a lot of talk about, well, quantum computing, and we saw I think it was Anatoly, or someone said there's a 50-50, maybe it wasn't Anatoly. It's a 50-50 chance that quantum computing by 2030 could break Bitcoin cryptographically. So a lot of people are worried, well, am I in the right project? Are they quantum resistant? Take a look at this. So this was posted by, I believe, let me zoom out and let me see where this was posted on. I believe this was Hedera's design, hard work, documented. So this was, I'll find out where this was posted, but this was posted in an article or a write-up, I believe, and put it in the comment section if you know off the top of your head. If not, I'll find out and I'll drop it in the comment section myself. Hedera Network uses a directed cyclic graph DAG, as you know. So CNSA standards in Hedera, TLS, or transport layer security. The connections between nodes and as part of cryptographic operation of on-chain operations. 384-bit SHA-2. So what does this say? It is considered quantum resistant. I think the important thing here is on the bottom. Hedera was designed to allow for changes to meet new demand and evolving standards. For example, the anticipated challenges posed by quantum computing would require fundamental changes in most DLTs, but Hedera is able to introduce new cryptographic algorithms without undertaking a hard fork, essentially being, at the very least, quantum ready to upgrade and to not have to do a hard fork to make sure you are quantum resistant. So, real quick, price action, HBAR. I think I said this in the last video, or I said it on a live show, one of the two, but I am looking to put in a massive long position on Hedera if the candle closes exactly how you see it on your screen. If we fast forward 2 days and 8 hours, and this is what the weekly chart looks like, I am putting in a massive long position on Hedera. Why? This would be a breakout and confirmed retest of this trend line of a massive bullish bull flag on the weekly time frame. And the measured move, if you're into those type of things, would be HBAR to 41.352 cents, which would be a cycle high, not an all-time high, but a cycle high. And so I am going to be putting money where my mouth is. And so make sure to come back Monday. I'll more than likely do a Hedera video. The week will have ended. We'll check back on this chart to see if the candle closed exactly how it is right now. And the important thing here, obviously, you know, I say exactly how it is right now. And the key reason is the price is currently trading at or above our trend line. If we come back and we make our way and we close inside, then obviously I'm not going to be putting in a long position. I'll actually maybe be looking to short this thing down to the bottom end, and then I'll take those profits and roll it into spot and grow my HBAR spot bag. But I really would like this kind of the close the way it is so I can take that long. Anyways, the prediction, 41 cents. ETFs are coming. I know you watching, you've probably been accumulating Hedera for a while. I'm hoping you didn't panic sell on some dumb news or you got bored by price action, because the real altcoin run is coming. And I believe Hedera is going to be one of the forefront winners. So hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to come check out our live show Monday through Friday at 10:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Till the next one. Peace.